Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my studio. Today I am excited because we are going to look at how we can create this beautiful tobacco faded look in Davinci Resolve. We're going to explore some new techniques in order to achieve that look. So without further ado, let's dive in. Today I am working on this log image that I have transformed in Rec. 709 Gamma 2.4 using this node, which is a color space transform, transforming from Davinci Wide Gamut to Rec. 709 Gamma 2.4. And you can use and steal those parameters if you like, they are totally valid. So this image looks quite normal, there's not really any look applied to it, and we want to make it a little bit more interesting. And I had in mind for today's look a tobacco faded look, and to do so I'm going to create a node right before my output transform, pressing Shift S, and in this node I'm going to look for my open effects and type in ColorTone Diffuser, and I'm going to drag that in. Right now I am parked on clean slate, and in color space overrides I'm going to specify my input color space in gamma, which in my case is Davinci Wide Gamut, Davinci Intermediate. In this video we're not going to go in depth into what each individual slider does of this open effects because I have covered it in my previous video. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll leave the link on screen and in the description. First, I'm going to go in and check in my tone lights parameter, and see that intensity slider. I'm going to crank it all the way up. Okay, so my image is going to get washed out like that, and I'm going to crank my red slider all the way up and my green slider almost all the way up, right? And we want to create that tobacco feel, okay? And I'm even going to reduce my blue slider just a little bit to inject a bit of yellow into my image. And you're probably going to think, well, Douglas, this image looks absolutely worse than what you started from, right? Because before it looked like that with my Rec. 709 transform, right? And now it's looking like this. But now it's going to get a bit more interesting. We're going to go into our image adjustments right below, and we're going to reduce our exposure, okay? And okay, still washed out, right? I'm going to crank my contrast almost all the way up, okay? To crank my contrast, raise my exposure a little bit, okay? And I'm going to try and play with these parameters until I'm happy about what I'm seeing, okay? So there you go, and I'm going to drop my saturation as well. And the point is, by feel, I'm going to try and go for the vibe that I'm looking for. So going to play with my exposure a little bit more, all right. Contrast, all right. Yeah. Okay, so before, after. Regarding the color, I'm probably going to play with my green slider a little bit. I'm going to drop it slightly. Yeah, and the blue as well. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, so that's before, that's after. Regarding how my highlights are clipping at the moment, I'm going to try and adjust it a little bit here. So let's take Show Advanced Clipping Options. Let's go into Highlight Soft Clip, which is going to be responsible of controlling my highlights. And all of a sudden, when I tick that checkbox, it's going to rein in my highlights a little bit. And in fact, if I show you my parade here, and you see with the checkbox off at the moment and then on, it's pulling my top highlights down. All right, and I can also play with these parameters to actually control how my soft clip is going to take place, right? So somewhere like that feels reasonable to my eye. So that's before, it's after. Before, after. Let's actually play with it a bit more. All right, before, after. Good. Let's see if I can play with my contrast a bit more. Exposure. Before, after. Before, after. Quite liking what we have created so far. I'm going to play with diffusion now. So let's tick diffusion. It's going to create a nice blooming effect in my highlights. Let's finesse it a little bit. Just a tiny bit of it. Radius, let's play a bit with it. Before, after. Before, after, okay. Let's drop the resolution a bit as well. And look, guys, like in one node, what we have created. So this was our Rec 709 base image, okay? And with just one node and this very new and interesting OFX, we have created quite an interesting look, right? Quite an interesting filter here, and quite a fan of what this tool is able to create, right? And I'm going to top it off with a little bit of grain. I'm going to add another node, Option S, and I'm going to type in grain. Drop that in node number 3. And yeah, 16 millimeter. Let's crank the grain size and the grain strength a little bit for YouTube here. Before, after, okay? So selecting those two nodes, that is without our look, that is with our look. Let's check it out in full screen. Alright guys, so that was a quick tutorial on how to create that pretty interesting tobacco faded look in Davinci Resolve using the new ColorTone Diffuser OFX. I think it looks pretty interesting, and in fact, when you are trying to create a look for a project, I encourage you to slap that on and just play around with the sliders and these parameters, because you might come up with something pretty interesting that suits your project. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel to not miss the future videos that are coming up, and also leave a comment down below. I want to know what you thought about it, and if you are using the ColorTone Diffuser in your color grading practice. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Salut, prenez soin de vous.